AITA for possibly making my parents homeless? I am not op. Posted by is by you, maybe don't kill them on r, am I the asshole? Mood spoiler. Happy ending. Less than. Original the 28th of May 2020. Update the 22nd of June 2020. This isn't just me. It includes my twin brother. My brother and I, 17 meters, were an accidental pregnancy. For context, our oldest sibling is 37 and has a kid who goes to our high school. Our nearest sibling in age is 28. My parents always made it clear that we weren't supposed to exist. They were never abusive or neglectful or anything, but they were kind of cold our whole childhood. My brother and I will graduate high school in about a week, and will be 18 in 2 weeks. My parents have told us that as soon as we turn 18, we will have to pay rent. Neither of us have jobs, and we probably won't be able to get jobs right now. I confided in my sister that I'm really stressed about this, and she offered to let my brother and I stay with her while we're in university, completely free of charge. I'm really grateful for this, and we're planning on accepting her offer. I told my parents about this, and they freaked out. I guess my mom was planning to move to part-time work and they needed rent from my brother and I to keep up with rent. They said that they have provided for us our whole lives, and we should pay them back now that we're almost adults. I mean, it's true. They have given us everything we needed for 18 years, and I really don't want them to be homeless if they can't afford the rent. But I don't know how I would even afford to live with them. AITA? Edit. My brother and I both have some savings, so we could conceivably pay rent for a few months. I also feel guilty moving in with my sister, because she has 3 little kids and a cat to take care of, and I don't want to put any extra strain on her. None of my siblings have a great relationship with our parents, so my parents won't ask them for help. Edit number 2. I'm actually shocked by the support here. I've been talking it over with my brother, and we're going to move out as soon as we legally can. Thanks guys. Also, I don't know how to add a photo, so for all of you asking for a cat tax, I'm just going to tag my sister somewhere in the comments and you can go look at Aris on her profile. Update. Hey folks. It's been like 3 weeks and many things have happened. I graduated high school. Go me. I turned 18. And I moved out. I finally feel like I'm adulting. Kind of. I moved in with my sister the day after my birthday, and I've been living with her for a bit over 2 weeks. It's been really weird. They do all of this stuff in her house that we never did as kids. Family dinners every night? Never done it once until now. My sister and her fiancé carve out blocks of time to spend with the kids. My parents never did that. My oldest nephew, he's 10, dropped an open can of pineapple in the kitchen a few days ago. I expected him to get yelled at, but my sister just helped him clean it up and told him to grab a new can from the pantry. That was weird. My parents were never that chill. When I was a kid, I would see these perfect families on TV. Shout out to Dinosaur Train LMAO. And my parents always told me that those kinds of parents didn't exist, that it was all made up for TV. That real parents don't take that much of an interest in their kids' lives and interests. I believed them until now. In the past few weeks, I've seen my sister and her fiancé spend hours making model planes with my oldest nephew, or rocking the youngest to sleep when she was overtired. That stuff never happened when I was a kid. My niece, she's 4, woke up in the middle of the night last week, crying about something. Instead of telling her to STFU and go to bed, my sister's fiancé got up and sat with her until she fell asleep. I guess I was just surprised that my experiences aren't the norm. Anyway, both my brother and I are doing really well here. My brother has been cooking a lot. He's going to culinary school, and everyone seems to really appreciate it. I've been spending time with my nieces and nephew, and I have played more Minecraft these past 2 weeks than I think I've played in my entire life. If anyone knows what Titanfall 2 is, please help me out. I've been an adult for less than a month, and these children and their newfangled video games already confuse me. This is all just a very long-winded way to say thanks. If I hadn't posted here, I don't think I would have moved out. My savings would basically be drained, and I wouldn't be as happy as I am now. So thank you. Now I guess it's time to see if I can figure out how to do an update post. Edit. Shout out to my sister for basically raising me for 12 years and also being an amazing parent. I could just go and say all this to her face, but there's so many stairs in this house and I'm lazy. Kalani, how many times am I going to have to say it before you accept that you're a good person? Every time I go to thank you for giving up space in your house for me and Cam, you say that if you didn't help us out, it would have been someone else. I get that you have strangely low self-esteem, as evidenced by your AITA post. But can you just accept that you're an unbelievably good person and move on so I can finally thank you? Edit number 2. I have enough advice on Titanfall. Thank you guys. I didn't realize it had such a big community. I now know how to beat every single campaign boss, plus why I should definitely use a Scorch in the last boss battle. Thanks. I'm always unreasonably irritated when someone posts about somehow being responsible for making another grown-ass adult homeless tears of joy. OOP's sister also has some pretty significant stuff happening. https www.reddit.com/r/amethyshole/comments/g6cfpa/IATA for not letting my sister see her kids. https www.reddit.com/r/amethyshole/comments/gkgzigo/update IATA for not letting my sister see her kids. https www.reddit.com/user/spicyasabaguette/comments/sbq78/a brief update as of 12,422. That last link also talks about OOP and OOP's twin brother. It is a healthy post as mentioned here. Something that is not always seen. But how I wanted to see how his parents imploded when discovered that they chased away at their potential golden geese, and now they must live alone and miserable until the end of their days. But hey, there can't always be schadenfreude. None of my siblings have a great relationship with our parents. I wonder why? I have so many warm fuzzies after reading this. May OOP's sister wake every morning to joy. Wow. I'm so glad they moved in with their sis, and their sis being supportive enough to let them into her family despite having 3 children. They're able to see that what they grew up with was definitely not normal. My brother has been cooking a lot. He's going to culinary school, and everyone seems to really appreciate it. Oh, I'm sure. It can't be easy to keep everyone fed when you also have 3 children to care for, and suddenly adding another 2 members to the family. Having help with the meals must have been a relief. Reply from the sister in OOP's update. Op, please add this to your post. This is incredibly wholesome and cute, and I have all these feels help. There is also a sort of later update by the sister they moved in with. https www.reddit.com/user/spicyasabaguette/comments/sbq78/abriefupdateasof12422/ UTM source equals share and UTM medium equals iOS app and UTM name equals iOSSMF. And her own story as to how she came to take over her sister's 3 children. First post. And the update. The sister and her fiancé, husband sound like they are too good for this rotten world. What an amazing sister. I'm glad things seem to be looking up for Op. 18 is barely an adult. That's a whole child but just old enough to be drafted into the military. That was weird. My parents were never that chill. Oh sweetheart. I'm so sorry you had to be raised that way. So happy you and your sister have a good relationship and you get to see examples of healthy relationships before you're out on your own later in your adulthood. I wish you could have had it all along. I'm glad he gets a chance to learn what a good family home looks like. That will serve him well in so many ways. This makes me wonder what the older kids' relationship with their parents is like. Damn, I know how Oop feels about watching other people with their kids. My grandboss was chatting happily about picking out salmon at the supermarket with one of his kids. And the way he was talking, it was clear they both had a great time. And how it was a weekly ritual. I wanted to cry. Get out and never look back. Oop. And your brother. Because those aren't parents. They're the people who brought you into this world and spent 18 years showing you what not to do. They said that they have provided for us our whole lives. And we should pay them back now that we're almost adults. Providing for your kids is the normal, expected minimum for child rearing. That OP's parents did it doesn't make them deserving of anything. Really. Perhaps some gratitude. But given their emotional neglect, bordering on abuse, perhaps not even that. Op and his brother certainly don't owe them money, even in the form of rent. Parents want to treat them like boarders. Like some random guys off the street that's renting a room? Sure. Okay. But random guys off the street are free to look around for a better place to live. And thankfully, it sounds like one was available. Abusers isolate you so you don't realize how many options you have. I'm glad they got out. When I was a kid, I would see these perfect families on TV. Shit. I go to my in-laws. Like, twice a year. And I always feel either like some anthropologist studying a foreign group or a tourist in a zoo. Here is an exhibit of a loving family. Please do not throw peanuts. Thanks. I mean, I love them, but I did not know such nice people existed. You know? It makes me both warm inside and confused. If it makes sense. Edit. I had no TV as a kid, so I did not even see the TV families. So I don't even have that as a comparison. The mom can work full-time, she just doesn't want to and would rather exploit her children.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AITA is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.